Good evening and welcome to the Business Day. I'm Javon Keys. The Bank of Jamaica's policy interest rate remains at 7%. Now, the Monetary Policy Committee, MPC, has unanimously decided to hold the rate offered to deposit-taking institutions on overnight placements in its latest decision, as it says recent economic developments are showing some positive signs. The rate has been at 7% since November last year. Now, lower inflation influenced the decision, with the annual rate of price increases as at May being at 6.1%. Lower commodity prices, including the cost of grains, fuel and shipping prices, also influenced the decision. Now, the next monetary policy decision will be announced on August 18. The BOJ has said holding the rate will allow for the pass-through impact of the previous decisions to be realized in the economy. Now, the Jamaica Stock Exchange JSE is insisting that no broker is in breach of the capital adequacy requirements at this time. The JSE says it's taken note of reports of a broker being in breach of these requirements at a particular point. However, in a release today, the JSE says all of its licensed and regulated brokers have the required capital adequacy to operate in line with the JSE's excess capital guidelines. The stock exchange says it performs an operational review of its brokers monthly financial returns to determine whether the institution is close to or near the benchmark for concern. It says from time to time, depending on the activities of an institution, there may be instances where brokers are at that limit, and the exchange will require brokers to unveil their plans to address the matter. Now, the JSE says there is no need for the public to be alarmed, as there is no broker that has a capital deficiency at this point. Now, to some company news, Digicel's founder, Dennis O'Brien, has struck a deal with majority of the company's bondholders to reduce the telecommunication company's debt. Mr. O'Brien will relinquish his majority stake, with holders of Digicel Limited and Digicel International Finance Limited bonds taking approximately 62% of new common equity in the company. They will also have the opportunity to participate in an equity rights offer, which will raise up to $110 million. Now, Dennis O'Brien is said to keep up to a 10% stake in Digicel, rising to a possible 20% once the restructuring is finalized. He will also remain as one of 9 directors of Digicel's new board. O'Brien and bondholders have been working on a debt deal since February. Now, with this agreement, the company's debt will be reduced by about $1.7 billion, and its annual interest expenses will fall by $120 million. Let's head to the foreign currency market now. Banks and cambios are selling the US dollar for an average $155.15. $117.09 is the going rate for the Canadian dollar. The average cost for the pound is $195.94, while it's costing $171.49 for the euro. Trading ended today with the JSE index gaining 631 points, while the junior market index increased by 53 points. Among the 60 advancing stocks were JMB Group 7% variable cumulative redeemable Jamaican dollar shares, Blue Power Group, medical disposables and supplies, Jamaica Public Service 7% shares, and 1&1 Educational Services. The 30 losers include CAC 2000, Productive Business Solutions US dollar shares, MPC Caribbean Clean Energy, JMB Group 7.5% shares, and Cygnus Credit Investments Jamaican dollar shares. Now, 18 stocks traded firm. And that's it for the Business Day. I'm Javon Keys. Good evening.